And then okay, I think I see Usolifer opened. So he joined. Let's see if we can talk to him before we start. Hey, hey. Thank you for joining us a little bit early. I see that your camera works. Now let's see if we have the mic working.
Greetings.
It works. Welcome. Nice to meet you. My name's Cheyenne.
Nice to meet you guys.
And let me know if I'm saying this wrong. Usolifer?
Yeah, who's philosopher?
Usilosifer. There we go. So we kind of had an order. Linda's gonna start us off with like a chill vibe, then you're gonna ramp us up, and then Carlos will end it, and then we're gonna open it up to the open mic.
Okay,
That sound good?
sounds great.
And then I'm gonna make sure I said it right again. Usilosifer. One more
Yeah,
time.
you just call me Uso.
Uso. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do my best.
it's all good.
Okay, so now we are gonna start, which I think we've been live streaming. Bear with me. Okay, resume. And then this. We are going to give it a couple more minutes and then we will get started. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a fun night. All right, everybody. So it is now 6:06. We're going to get started, and hopefully more people will trickle in as we go. I want to thank everybody that's out here tonight. It is National Poetry Month, so it is nice to get together, have a community, and just hear and enjoy art together. Um, how the structure is going to go tonight is that we start with our featured poets. We're blessed to have Linda V.E. Crawford. She's a poet who writes to sneak behind eyes, blow through ears, and stretch voices. Having been born and raised in Barbados and living in the US, both homes permeate her poems. Her work has been published in several national and international journals. She's the author of the poetry collection Washing Water, published by World Stage Press. So she's going to start us off. And then we have Uso. He is a Samoan poet from Long Beach, California. He was a part of CLI Season 10, where he finished his fourth book of poetry, Underground Samoan Orator, which is waiting to be officially released. He was also part of Flow for the Love of Writing at Cal State University, Dominguez Hills, and earned his bachelor's degree in 2021. He is a first generation homeowner, college graduate, and author. So he will be our second performer. And then we're going to finish it off with Carlos Ornelas. And he is a Mexican or American poet from Linwood, California, and the author of two poetry collections, Ketchup and Villains Vernacular. He has performed in private and public events. His poetry can be found in various publications and anthologies. Ornelas is a member of California Poets in the Schools and is an integral part of the Chicano resistance. So we have a lot of talent here tonight. Um, I think to start us off, to be mindful, um, let's all just take a minute, try and disconnect from our phones or our screens, other than obviously this one that's connecting us together tonight. Um, we're here to be present and to connect with others. So let's try our best to stay off our phones while we're here tonight. Um, and then lastly, I acknowledge that tomorrow is Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day. So I want to just take a minute of silence because it is a very heavy day tomorrow. Um, so we'll take a minute. Thank you. Sometimes, silence and just sitting in it for a moment can help. So, with that being said, let's get started. I'm gonna pass it over to Linda.
Thank you so much. This is a wonderful opportunity. Love to be in the same space as Carlos. So it's great to meet you. I was a CLI woman, so partnership. I'm just going to read a few quick poems. And what I'd like to say is that some days your poems and your ancestors will just take your pen and demand that poetry be born. Sometimes they would clap hands with you and your progeny and urge you not to forget. So I'm going to read just a very few poems. Start gently, ancestors intertwined in each poem, and then I will close with one that doesn't forget our ancestors and sort of touches on the topic of reparations. Washing water. I am sitting with my women and girls. I am flowing through generations, listening while they stir cuckoo. Think of it as polenta, while they stir cuckoo as women do. I am sitting with them on mats of straw as they give me all I needed to know and write. How to scrub away old bubbled out suds, how to rinse in plate tossed pampalam and talk of rain and laugh while washing water. Love in the time of circular chants. Chant a summer day, if you know steel pulse. Chant a summer day. Chant a summer day. Yay. An undulating steel pulse hosanna. That's how a Chewa man, his ebony courting hands, soft pressing vinyl onto record player. How he evoked a bell and bass reggae of rejoicing. A Chewa man with his budding locks and Bantu eyes, unwitting of church bells, Caribbean island steeples, bristle broom sweeping the backyard close to the donkey pen, gently past the pigeon coop where an old great woman, strong, with garlic in her bosom, stood flinging chants of get behind me, Satan, at bygone plantation overseers. That's how a Chewa man with the spin of a single record charmed a bursting young woman's dead grandmother into intervisiting, into whispering into her ear. Darling, marry him. I want to be his in-law. The ancestors will come and tell us what to do. They will always speak to us. You ever look up into the sky and see tiny, tiny, tiny little fish? The clouds that are shaped like fish. We have traditional beliefs in Barbados about those clouds. They're examples of good fishing. This poem is called Fish Clouds. Should we believe grandmothers when they tell us those countless tiny clouds are the reflection of fish, clustered bits of heaven moving ever so tightly in unison? The flying fish the old man sells in his unpainted grade wheelbarrow. Those fish aren't at all like those fluffy whites. As he pushes through marled gaps, chattel house to shed roof to wall house, he cries out, poisson, poisson, fresh fish. Silver tinged with black wings glistening, tiny scales. His down-to-earth clouds exude brine and sea water and will taste even sweeter. Folded tail fin through head, tucked in melted butter, tomatoes, sliced yellow onions. Fishman's clouds are nothing like ghosts hovering high above, hugged by blue sky all around. While I lie on my back in my graveled yard, dreaming I'm a flying fish cloud, should I believe you, Grandma, as you float by? I'm just going to read a couple more so that we'll then get on to our next set of young poets, I say. And these last two poems, we cannot forget our African ancestors. And so these last two poems speak to the issue of slavery and, in a way, wants to call for reparations. In the Caribbean, our CARICOM organization, similar to European Economic Organization, is very focused on seeking reparations from England. And so I'm lending my voice with these two poems. Secrets lie in the ebb and flow of the ones who never considered packing their own relatives, not even their family's outcasts, to send them on a journey in the belly of dank, work them to the death, lose their hands in the sugar mills. Such a journey across the expanse of ocean, a journey fraught with salt, could never have crossed their minds. The taking, the deading of cousins, sisters, brothers, of mothers, uncles, as they slipped or were dumped overboard into unceasing waves, or perished in the guts of uncouth ships. Such a devastation would be beyond contemplation. The keepers of secrets who push laps along the shore told me so. A constant to and fro, my ancestors forever buoying me. A gentle ebb and flow, my ancestors forever soothing me. And my final poem, and thank you for listening. Planted in Strange. This is a story I will tell you. Come back tomorrow and I will tell it again. In the time before now, we pleaded to the oceans. Gnash your wave throats against our salty calves where we stand, planted in strange. We can't hear you, my ancestors. Your drums muffled in seawater. We dream, capture you in oil drums, mute the steel of our pan to soothe our children into lullaby, hold their breaths. This is the story I should tell you. We were humans once, ancestral names known, fused with land and life. Then we were money, currency traded for long guns, chattel, beam of real estate, assets in new lands, insurance to keep the cotton clothing. Collateral to kings, sugar's birth mother. This is the story, my severed hand in the mill. Claws to write, curls to hug, the voodoo inside the obeah, inside the orisha, inside of me. And until I laugh the dance, the story has not been told. Come back tomorrow and I will tell you. Poem. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Wow. Those were so profound, and thank you for sharing that with us and sharing your perspective. Yeah. Show her love, you guys. Give her lots of love in the comments and some hearts. I know we're virtual, so some of us don't have our cameras on, but we love seeing you guys that are here and seeing your reactions. So thank you so much, Linda. That was amazing. Up next, I'm going to hand it off to our next poet of the evening, Uso. Everybody give him a warm welcome.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm thankful to be with you guys this evening. My book is out now. It's with World Stage Press. It's on Underground Samoan Order. It's an privilege to be on with World Stage Press and being with those many authors that I've met around for a long time, being in this open mic and poetry community. Get to meet them all, and also with them helping me like to write this book. And it was crazy because I was about to meet up, sign up with another publishing company, and then Hiram Sins calls me up like last minute, like that. I think it's almost midnight or something like that. And he called me, said, "Hey, you want to be with World Stage?" And then he called me from his direct line, and I said, "Okay, I'll send him, send me the contract. I'll sign it." And went on from there. But yeah, I'm gonna read some poems from my book on Underground Samoan Order. This first one I wrote is called "Sacred Moments." When I look deeply into your eyes, I see my reflection within your warm brown eyes. I can feel your soft hands gracefully touch me as my heart beats for you elegantly. I am thinking about the time when we walked to the lighthouse in the LBC as I was on one knee, asking you, will you marry me? When I made my way here to earth, a spiritual being living inside this flesh, out of my mother's womb crying, not knowing what to expect, but to learn on the fly with being the firstborn, making my own mark in this life through trial and error, growing up knowing nothing is forever, that nothing is forever in this life, that your loved ones will die, and I will die too, as we will all leave in the flesh and to be naked again. So enjoy the time that you do have here. Do your best to smile and be happy with your loved ones because not everyone deserves you, for you are meant to be sacred. Peace. This next one I wrote a song called My Eulogy slash Funeral. Whatever time I leave this place they call Earth, I wonder who will be there as I lay for one last time in my silver and black casket. As those who love me will say the testimonies about our relationship together. My Nubian Queen Goddess Jen and our mixed children on her side saying their last goodbyes. Transitioning into the next life, waiting for them when the time comes. People who have hurt me will come to say the final words, but should not have waited for me to sleep, for them to ask for forgiveness. Saying now or forever hold your peace. My wife and family will miss me, of course, as they will also shed tears and laugh about the good times we had, read their poems from the books I left behind. The poetry family will be there too, to recite poetic soul pieces dedicated to me. The South Pacific Islands will have a day of silence with their flags half staffed in remembrance of me, for my legacy will live within you all worldwide. From Long Beach to Pasadena to Samoa to the motherland Africa. My love and kindness will live on because of you all, for always being there for an Uso, a Uso who poured his God given gift to the world, a world so cutthroat and cruel. But I remain optimistic through most of it. For I wanted that dash between my birth and my departure from here to mean something. Something greater than myself. To let people know that money doesn't measure your worth. It's how you treat people is what they're going to remember. Not the jewels, not the bank account, not the big house, not your physique, but your character. That's what they will all remember. So live your life to love yourself and to spread that love to others. We all need love. Don't wait till my final nap as I late to say something. Say it now while I'm still here in the flesh, before I transition into the paradise with my ancestors. This is my eulogy slash funeral. Thank you. This next one I wrote is one on favorite places to go to do poetry. It's on DPL, on the Poetry Lounge. Used to be on Fairfax, now they're in Lamar Park now. I used to go there with my old friend Paradise Lane. He unfortunately he passed away during COVID. He was like one of my biggest fans. He always support me, or like what he used to do when he used to go to DPR all the time. He'll like write my name on the list before I even get there, so I have a place, to go share my poetry online. But I guess they changed it up now. It's like popcorn, where I guess they do it like they take your name out of the hat now. So they probably caught on to it. Anyway, this one is called on DPL. The Poetry Lounge is where people go to see poets manifest, where poets can be free, free to be themselves, free to express their pain and their triumph, their story, no filter, straight deep from the gut within. When they speak their power, where it can shake the ground we walk on, where the rain pours hard, vastly through listening to their truth, for poets matter. They are the voice of the revolution, of the crumbling of the status quo, of the times we can also joke, play, laugh, heal, smile, and chill on the steps as we wait to get on the list, freestyling with Pure Ponder and my bro, Paradise Lane. Rest in peace. I miss you, my bro. Being on that stage my first time, that was something I will cherish for life. And I will keep my pen moving as much as I can. For there is no better place to be a poet than the Poetry Lounge. Thank you. I'm gonna share like two more poems from my book right here. I did like a workshop with one of the poets, Nita D. We did like these workshops like a few years ago. There was a time in my life where I wanted to give up poetry entirely. Man, I was like, man, I'm done. I'm tired. Feel burnt out. I didn't know if I had it anymore. But this is a poem I dedicated to her. It's called "Thank You, Anita." I was in a state where I didn't want to write poetry anymore, becoming unmotivated, losing my hunger after self-publishing 3 books, being featured at many open mics, feeling like I had written too many poems or that my pen went dry, like the ink was gone. The inner works of what motivated me to be the bomb, nuclear, blowing off socks as my words kindled the microphones everywhere I went. Yet, I questioned myself. Do I still got it? Or should I just walk away into the sunset? I questioned if I still had the joy in my heart to do this. I understood that people do look up to me. Yet, inside, I was fatigued, exhausted, for my energy was low as I continued to climb in order to share my words of poetic elegance and excellence to all who will listen. Being in this poetry writing workshop sparked a flame that was becoming dim and extinguished. And I just wanted to thank you, Anita, for helping me reignite the flame and burn bright. Thank you. It's my last one. It's called Poetic Paradise. As I transition into the next life, in my many visions, if I was under the herbal or not, I can picture myself feeling the warmth of the stanzas with the side of haiku appetizers, getting to witness Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, Edgar Allan Poe, performing and writing their poems. I went over to talk to them about their influences and how I can get to where they are, to where my poetry can be timeless like their works. Just imagining collaborating with them. To quote the Uso Nevermore, remember me to Long Beach, phenomenal Uso. Then to hear my favorite rapper perform from his book, The Rose That Grew from Concrete, with this raw poetic verses from the street. Just me and Tupac Shakur vibing out, lighting one up and sipping on that thug passion as I figure out how to reach our communities and create new leaders to have racism, sexism, greed, all be extinct. So we can finally wipe the tears of those mothers crying, not having to witness daily funerals, where our spirits live eternally in this poetic paradise. Thank you.
Wow. Give it up for Uso, everybody. So insightful, has me thinking my whole life, what I'm grateful for. I have to, like you said, and now is my eulogy, right? What am I going to do with now, right? Thank you so much for that. Um, yeah, you can, if you want to say something. No. Okay.
Oh, I appreciate all you guys showing up. That's what we need. We need each other because you know what time it is. All this stuff going on. Also, that it's good to have things like this because we don't know how long we're gonna be here, and especially that way they need people like us. They need us poets that's with a voice of the people. So I appreciate you all. God bless.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. On to our last but not least poet, Carlos. Okay. Give it up for Carlos.
Thank you. Much love to Uso, Linda, and everybody else coming through. This fiery irony. I want to be fireproof, but I am a scarecrow. I want to be free, but I am an inmate. I am here on the front line, trying to put out a fire I did not ignite. Embers fly and all is melting. Neighbors cry, the poor is helping. Must I remain inside a flame while they are seeking who to blame? Sweet dreams are made of these eurythmics. Is this a part of the Olympics? There is rebuilding in the rail system that needs land to build upon. These are plans that need my hands. My savage hands are good for nothing. They did the same thing to build Dodger Stadium. Instead of fires, they use bulldozers and men, and now they use me. But I don't mind, I'm just an inmate. This is repentance. This is how I serve my sentence. I'd rather perish in the flames than to be safe behind the fences. Ah, the fences. Prison fences are not like any other fences. These fences are fireproof, but not me. I am a scarecrow. They pay me 50 cents an hour because inmates don't get hired. I guess this is what you call fighting fire with fire. No freedom fireworks. Sometimes fire works against you. They said they would lessen my sentence if I joined this fire camp because no one hires felons, but they love to fire felons. We become the fire felons. Baptism under fire. I'm a double helix fetus. They may scorch me with these flames, and I hope to be a phoenix. If I never make it home, tell my mom I died righteous. This is why they switched to tablets and retired the papyrus. I am putting out fires in neighborhoods that never welcome me, and I'm starting to let my hair grow. I want to be fireproof, but I'm just a scarecrow. No more poignant unemployment. They promise they will hire me and will no longer fire me. What a fiery iron. Thank you. I'd call this to bleed gold. Big shout out to Chris Cluey. I got a quote from him. He was a former NFL player that was arrested in Huntington Beach or some recently, last year or something, for protesting. And I got to meet him in one of these protests. And I'm gonna quote A little quote from him. He said, history doesn't repeat, but it sure rhymes a lot. Okay. Coins falling on dark cherry casket. Blood drips down a chain. I grip that chain and climb. I open that casket and spit the coins back in their face. Coins too heavy to lift. Our children learn to kill from corporate America. Our children learn greed from those that serve us. Oracles with caterpillars and rotten apples from the Amazon and palantirs that go boing, bombs over Gaza, ice in Los Angeles, no more. I pull that chain. I'm breaking that chain and make it snap back and whip them in their face with it and watch them bleed gold and let the casket flip and every dead kid stand up. Let them sit in their boardrooms with silence as their weapons, stare into the skeleton of Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, lean over like italics, like they want to leave the page. Honeywell sees them. HP scans them. IBM counts them. Microsoft tracks them. Chevron poisons the water with methane, arsenic. I speak these names like a curse that's coming for Northrop Grumman. And at their core, there's no Civic on State Street, no Vanguard. I'm here to put a crack on your BlackRock, Disney. Miss me with your Starlink and Starbucks, Ronald McDonald Trump, corporations of evil. Air Force One stepping on the necks of children. These logos drip blood. They are bloody. There's bloody fingerprints on every Visa and MasterCard. Google maps the graveyards and Coca-Cola makes tongues fizzle from blood on their factory tanks. Johnson & Johnson Band-Aids for wounds I paid for. Wrists tied with Home Depot zip ties. Binge watch the bombs drop sponsored by Netflix. Popcorn got butter, not blood, not yet. FedEx tracking number ends with death. Red states sing the blues. I am hung by a Fox News, by a goddamn Geo group. These aren't company names, they're corporate masks that hide shames. Corporations of carnage. How much have they contributed to the cost to end humanity? Listen to the chains drag across marble floors as I carry the dead children of the world in my arms like bouquets of flowers. May their ghosts look down and smile because they can confiscate a caravan of food, bombard a fleet. They can deport working men, kidnap children, zip tie mothers, but they can never stop words once they are spoken. Thank you. This is a look away. She has a name that I just can't remember. I met her on Willow Street. She used to sleep under the riverbed in tents and secondhand store fashion model. What's mental health when meds don't help? To mend the self, to mend the self. I walk these streets carrying trash bags full of defeats. Depressed is just a way of life. She walked the streets plucking dandelions from cracks on sidewalks. She smiles outside Homeboy Industries and says, God forgot about us, homie. When all the workers drive back home, we take showers with Sprites, 2-liter bottles filled with tap water warmed by the sun. Outside the liquor store, she panhandles in sandals, lights up Virgin Mary candles, and reads House on Mango Street. Fools from hoods be slanging heavy. We went halves and bought a 20. Man, we should have got a 50 because this bullshit didn't hit me. This city has a homeless problem that no one cares to figure out. I hardly sleep in the front seat of my truck. Motherfuckers stole my clothes and everybody got a bike, a backpack, and a Bluetooth speaker. She got tats to cover up dope tracks, an orange and baby blue winged butterfly on her arm. There are vets from every war, schizophrenic, post-traumatic, alcoholic addicts seeking salvation from a fifth of whiskey, PCP on Marlboro Red. We don't smoke in front of kids. What's the use of having houses if we couldn't pay the rent? Every cent we earn from wages, we must pay to stay in cages. When she is feeling good, she speaks wisdom while taking long drags of cigarette butts. She exhales dark gray clouds of fuck this bullshit. We collect plastic bottles and eat tacos de aguacate, 2-for-1 jumbo jacks, and get sack lunches from the church. My kids' birthdays were the worst. Everybody thinks I'm worthless. Even small talk makes me nervous. I ain't ate a decent meal. Too fucked up to try and heal. She yells with open arms, the police can suck my. I'm probably gonna die and no one will care to mourn. My mom should have killed me on the day that I was born. I told her to take it easy on that whiskey, but she tells me, fuck all that. What's the use of having life when you ain't got shit to live for? Keep on smiling from the gutter. That's that shit rich people kill for. Because too many made their fortunes and surprisingly are still poor. They said they found her body stuffed inside her boyfriend's trunk, halfway decomposing. She was missing for a month. And she finally got a letter. She was granted Section 8, but sometimes homeless services come a little bit too late. She bought me a pizza for my birthday, and I can't recall her name. This city has a homeless problem. The only fix is look away. Thank you. Uh, this is to the so-called men who run the world. On behalf of all the sons who are now men, you used religion as a shield and God as a costume. You left us broken role models, a legacy of ruin, old men with young ambition. You become an old bothersome tree, shedding too many leaves, twigs, and branches sprawling past their yard. I want to cut you into pieces and throw you in the chimney. You betray nature for shiny trinkets, raise narcissists with prime time egos. With suits and ties, you hide Neanderthals. You damage flowers, pollute oceans, and set fire to the sky. The shame of being a man is what we inherited from you. You have tainted lineages and made the good women forever doubt our intentions. You turn babies into entrees, and our eyes are open wounds that will not heal. You become Julius Caesar before the Ides of March, and soon we will see you to the end of your era. Like a dog with rabies, we will put you down in sadness and rise as a place with no kings. Sincerely, the sons to the so-called men who run the world. Thank you. Somebody requested to do this, so I'm gonna do it for them, you know. And they're not here to hear it, but and they're honored. I Cold Piece said never to retire a poem or something like that, you know. So uh, I'm the wetback. My wet shoes left the wet track. I got deported twice, but that was just a minor setback. Because I'm strong like the water of the Colorado River. The tone in my voice made the ice shiver. I've been through all the borders, El Paso, Tijuana, Agua Prietas, Palomas. I move like smoke of marijuana. I'm smooth and unnoticed. Some label me as illegal, but if they would really notice, I'm a reflection of their ego. I'm the reason why government created Border Patrol. They already took our land, but they'll never take my soul. See, I was blind to the fact that this land belonged to me. Now I'm a slave in place, my ancestors were royalty. They stole my history, my beliefs, even my pride. The Jews weren't the only ones who suffered genocide. Now I have to sneak into the land that I once ruled. They told us we're illegal. Now I know that we were fooled. What's my name? Where am I from? I know that they don't know. That's why they label me as a UFO, an alien, an unidentified foreign object. But you should think twice about the words that you select. I'm the wetback, son of the rain and the pain. My brain remains trapped with an invisible chain. Society's my prison. From the water I have risen. I'm not being treated fair. Why don't anybody listen? Borders are just stupid reasons made by man to have land to their name and to have the upper hand. The government's a backstabbing, land thieving crook. They should write about that shit in their history book. But the words I say are senseless. They'll never believe me because I'm trapped and defenseless in the land of the free. I'm the wetback. My water-soaked shoes left the wet track. I got deported twice, but that was just a minor setback. Thank you.
Wow. Everybody give it up for Carlos. Like, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Thank you so much for sharing your art with us.
It's just want to say it's an honor to share mics, with Usolina. And thank you everybody. Thank you guys.
So after hearing our amazing talent, maybe our open mic participants are a little scared, but we are opening it up now. Do we have anybody wanting to share their work? Exactly. How can you follow that? I'm
I
sorry.
will.
Jasmine,
Okay.
there's so many points here. Like Gia, Jess,
So
Peacock,
go on, Gia, and we're gonna.
Well, let me just say, when I saw this flyer and I was like, oh my God, three of my favorite poets featuring? Yes, hell yes. So we got a lot going on, but I told my husband, I was like, just give me to seven. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna like read a poem and dart and send me energy. Robert's mom fell, so we have to go to the hospital. And but
Sorry.
anyway, I want to say I published a zine, Linda. I can't wait for you to see it. And look at how beautiful it is. Emily and I did it. And we did it in like 2 weeks. So I think even the big publishing houses would be.
That's dope. That's
I
dope.
know it really is beautiful. I
It's
mean,
beautiful, Gia. I'm obsessed with you.
I like normally don't like brag, but I can't stop saying my
Get your
zine is so
flowers.
beautiful and bitching. And I don't know why it's selling, but I'm not going to worry about that. But anyway, um so I'm trying to think what to read. I was just too busy. Oh, I'll kind of do one because yesterday was Earth Day. And again, love you all. Jessica, too, love you. I haven't ever met you, but nice meeting you.
Nice
Um,
meeting you. And just to remember to a reminder to all our open mic peeps, 5 minutes each, and we're
oh, I'm
excited
just
to.
going to do one and out. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
the floor is yours.
Okay. This is called Silent Blue. Oh, okay. Wait, let me do this. So, anyway, you can't see this, but I'm really proud of this one too because Emily, I was trying to get I took a lot of pictures of a crow on a telephone pole, but it was like every time, you can imagine every time I shot, like their head would move or they turn, and so Emily was like, Gia, we just got to give up and like find an image. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I was looking for some other picture and then found like the perfect crow picture. And then Emily, of course, did her magic with the lines. So this is called Silent Blue. The sky was silent blue the day you stopped talking to me. A black crow let me know neither of us shed a tear for words nevermore spoken. The weight of you and the winter snow melted into the spring of possibility. Summer heats, bleeds, fall leaves turning kaleidoscope colors. Still, I don't miss you. Love you guys. Thank you. See you soon. Oh, a couple things going on. Let me do this. Tomorrow, Linda, maybe you can come. I'm going to be in Pasadena at the Lamada Library with John and them.
Wait, where and when? What time?
Tomorrow at the La Mata Library. It's in Pasadena, and it's
Okay.
from. Oh, you should hook up with these people. Linda do them.
Yeah,
Saturday afternoon poets. They're really cool. And Dawn has published like tons of my stuff and was always very encouraging. So that's on Saturday. Then for you guys, I'm at Melrose Trading Place on
see you there.
Sunday.
Oh, you're
And
going Sunday. Damn, I'm going
yeah.
Saturday. Ah.
And then Tuesday is my birthday at Philosophies at the Wicked Wolf. So come, it's going to be a banger. Oh, my son told me I can't say that. I keep telling him I'm saying it in reference to like banger rock stars, but he's like, Mom, you can't say banger. So, anyway, I love you guys. Bye. Thank you.
Love you. See you.
Okay, bye.
That was amazing, Gia. Thank you for sharing. Oh, did she dip out? Or can she still hear us? No, she mic dropped and peaced out. But that's so exciting. Like she said that she'll be at the Melrose Trading Post. Support her there. And we're gonna move on. I'll give Jess a second. I think Jess is gonna go next, but I'll,
Hi, sorry. Okay.
no worries.
Simon, yay, happy to be here. Thank you all for being here. I know most of you and I love you, so I wonder about your whereabouts and ask other where you are, but you are not there. Can't find you on the other side of this phone screen, but we feel the sadness in your heart. My mother and I remember you. She said you never had a chance from the start. Had the odds stacked against you. How the sweetest person we know is stuck with the 3 dot tattoos. This was never where this was supposed to go. I think you would have been a great writer. I heard the nickname that you gave me for the first time again the other day, and I haven't heard it in years. Only from my mother's lips, every once in a while. But then someone I know spoke it again out loud to me, and that's when I remembered you and remembered that good men still exist. So I wonder where you are right now. While I lie in a bed, you lie in a bunk, and I hope someday I get to write you, or that you get to see what I'm up to. I'm sorry that the world never gave you a chance. Just to carry on a name from the valley, hood kid with too much love, who didn't know how to navigate his anger. Couldn't survive out here. I'm sorry they only listen but do not see you. I know in my heart you deserve so much better. Maybe in another life, you'll get the grace to act upon something soft. Dedicate that to my Theo. I'll do one more. 2 hands. I remembered as she died, my aunt recalled a dream where God held each of them in 2 hands. She and my grandmother were cradled in each, and eventually she was let go, but my grandmother was taken. Not too long after, she died. She died around 4 in the morning, and I remember sleeping next to my brother because neither of us wanted to be alone. I woke up a few minutes after the report says she took her last breath. When my parents came in to tell us that she was gone a few hours later, I told them I already knew. Now, when I sit here between my other abuela and my mother, I reach out to hold each of their hands. I have held each of their hands separately in the hospital, each looking up at me, trying not to cry, knowing full well we all needed to. We have all had a hard time with that, but because of the state of their hearts, we have all allowed ourselves to do so. These hands that were once young, now stretched by the widths of time, over hot stoves, under budding children, polished sometimes at different times of the year, different colors. The rough hands from years of immigrant work, holding hands of others' children and scrubbing floors of their homes. Hands that sweat from not being able to pay the AC bill during a California summer, hands that never shook under the pressures of the ER, hands that grew pain from years in sweatshops that turned dresses by the dollar into fashion that cost fortunes. Tissues in hand, hands in hands, pulses displayed on monitors from devices connected to fingers. We wet our fingers with the tears that fall on the back of these hands. I have never wiped back these tears before, but I felt the weight of the beginning of a cleanse. And then comes the change. They will both need to keep up with regular testing, constant phone calls, plenty of rounds of hospital visits, but for now, I hold both hands as I sit between them. Their pulse is mine, sangre in me, cuerpos reinvented in 3 generations, but in the aftermath I see the complications of my grandmother's hands. These hands that hold have once held me, and I laugh and sing like when I was a little girl. These hands that hold a book of poetry to soothe the wounds inflicted by her sons. These hands that hold her children from being beaten, which I'd mimic with my siblings. These hands that are learning to hold on, that I never want to let go. These hands that hold all things, hold my heart and hold my life. These hands that also let me go, that struck my mother and let bitterness win. How many times I have learned to love you and then let you go. Tosokomatli, gracias. Thank you.
Give it up for Jess, everybody. That was like the end, my heart. I feel that so heavy. We have another poet signed up to go. So Jasmine, the floor is yours. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you, Shan. So I've got a couple of short poems. The first one is called After a Toke, I Can Finally Breathe. When high, my aura reads wildly optimistic about living. Glass half rainbow, half Oban or Lafroig 18. In my head, the anxiety-ridden versions of me stop bickering. Arms entwined, rockets standing in formation, ready to coexist. I quokka smile, double Dutch in my art, shiver gratitude. Take 1 hour glasses turn to stop fearing for our lives, visualize the majority in lockstep playing chess, Bobby Fishering the hell out of fascism, and raising generations who know hard times require furious dancing. I embrace the sand river as Painwalk moon walks away. This lit mind tricks my nerves to stop their fire, quenches inflammation's hunger, gifts this sick vessel precious able-bodied minutes, so the levity in me rises to the surface, gulping possibilities. My body, tyranny-free, can make love once again. All right. This next one is called I Don't Have the Privilege of Believing in Miracles, and it is after the song I Am Not Okay by Jelly Roll. I want to listen to your catchy tune, be uplifted, have faith, we're all gonna be all right. But God won't intervene as people die or disappear. The devil on my back is not metaphorical. Severe depression compresses my spine, anxiety real. I can appreciate the message and call bullshit at the same time. No generations of citizenship in my lineage is little protection when brown. Love of country alone won't save any of us. I want to sing this hymn like a worship and pray for a miracle. But as you say, I can't be the only one who's holding on for dear life. My cries, grains of sand on the universe's beach, a dash of honey in a pot of tea, an ant without a colony. And this last one is called The Dish at Denny's was called Moons Over My Hammy. Your name being Hamara, the moniker stuck. Ham, ham bone, hammy. Grown men lovingly giggle and greet you with big burly embraces. All my friends adore you. I melt in the softness of your sisterhood, long for your jazzy serenade. The recollection of your loud, effervescent laughter echoes, vibrates my innards. God, I miss you. 2,500 miles of life betwixt us, and your heart is failing, stopped up like a drain, at the mercy of untrusted Floridian doctors who deleted your mother's life 5 months ago. The familia can't lose you too. I'll cling to you, like our octopus hugs, stretch my arm across states to hold your hand. Ham, I only know joy because you introduced us, confidence because you hyped me up, love sans pain because you modeled it. I evaluate the world with your eyes and mind and pray with your unwavering faith that your breath lasts beyond tonight, so we can dance again and dream of retiring in Fiji or Bali or Phuket, two old ladies on a black sand beach, cackling and singing under the sun. Thank you all. It's a privilege to share space with you.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. What a beautiful picture at the end. I can see it. So, thank you so much. Give it up for Jasmine. Then we have Peacock Secrets coming up to share their work.
Here we go. I'm unmuted now. Hi, y'all. It's Peacock Secrets here. So I'm going to share hopefully 2 poems. I think that'll be within the time frame. This one is called Why I Can't Write. And I think this is my first time performing it, so that'll be fun. Why I Can't Write. My muse left me a while ago, and ever since then, my spark of creativity has been blanched in blunt dullness, and my mind's eye blinks only in black and white, grainy gray upon granite gray. Because my muse neglected me. My beige pages have overflowed with non-existent ink, and notebooks and journals have crumpled from abuse, but not use. Dusty, torn paper tumbleweeds. Because my muse abandoned me. My ink has backtracked back up into the pen and dried up. And the pen has shriveled and withered, tip of a twisted grapevine. Because my muse refuses to come near me lately. My verbs and phrases break all rhyme and rhythm. The sound of my poems screech out silent non-musicality, deaf, mute, handless songs, no sign language. My muse might never, ever return to me. Because I acknowledge her wayward wantonness, my typing fingers curl to my palms in dread, and my poetic voice shrinks back down my throat in despair. Unheard, unseen, unwelcome. Thank you. That was Why I Can't Write. I need to change the view because it's focused on somebody else and it's supposed to be speaker view. Multi-speaker view. Maybe that'll help. Okay, now I can see y'all. I can see your lovely faces. Okay, and this next one is called Fibroid. And I don't know if you guys know this, but like 70 to 80% of women have fibroids in their life. And it's especially concentrated in Black women. I'm like, I wonder why that is. Maybe because we are the most discriminated group of people on the earth due to racism and colorism, even within discriminated populations. Okay, get off my soapbox. Fibroid. I've carried each day's distress inside my core. Unwanted non babies wrapped in worry and flesh, entombed within my bulging uterus. Although I rinse my womanhood and cleanse her out month after month, I always leave behind this lumpy fibroid mess. Sexism, mansplaining, misogyny, chauvinism. Like him explaining an Allen key. Like me earning 62.5 cents for his every dollar. Like pepper spray, a whistle, and a taser. They all crash land here upon my womb. Stockpile, grow, fester, take up space allotted for inner peace. Fibrous stress, excess sweat, overwrought hormones, surplus blood veins, like sleepless nights, like racing thoughts, like chronic fatigue. They all defy my body's logic here inside my womb. Collect, creep, and invade. Take up space allotted for embryonic babies. Here, in the dark, in the deep, where worrying and womanhood meet. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys liked it. Thank you.
Love it. Don't like it. Love it. My God, that delivery. Thank you.
Follow me online. I'm at Peacock Secrets Poetry. So I'd like to connect with all of you guys because I want to learn from y'all and just continue to grow in my craft.
Was that your last? That was your last poem?
Yes.
Just double checking. I was
Oh,
ready for more. I was ready.
oh, I thought that was my time. I just assumed.
I guess I was just
I
so.
don't even know. I didn't time myself. I just assumed.
Oh, I see. Peacock has something in May.
Oh, well, there's a few things. So it's like complicated. Let's see. On May 12th, there is a Soul Image, which is at Cypress College, is coming out with they're having like a what do you call it, a launch party for their magazine. So for this semester's magazine. And so they have it online, and then they'll also have physical copies. So that's May 12th. May 16th is OC Eid Fest, which is the Muslim holiday. The Muslim holiday is called Eid. So we're having an Eid Fest. They're expecting 15,000 people. We're taking up the Orange County Fairgrounds and having it there. And I will not be performing. I will have a booth. So I'll be selling poetry products and zines and all kinds of fancy pins and like feather pins and all kinds of wonderful like poetry things and stickers and all that. And then Juneteenth, I'll be performing, inshallah, at the library for Anaheim Public Library, the main library. And am I forgetting anything else? I probably am. But if you follow me online, I can keep you updated.
Yes, everybody that's shared with us tonight, please put your connections in the chat, whether it's Instagram or where they can find you. Um, just taking a second to really reflect on the time that we spent together, hearing how there was so much suffering that was then turned into art that just moved us all. I want to be mindful of your time, but I would like to share a poem with you all as well. So, Miss Jessica had me write a little intro or bio about myself. So, my name is Cheyenne. I'm a Chicana creative born and raised in the 818. I'm a licensed clinical therapist and union chapter chair, helping empower families to stop the stigma on mental health. Coping through creativity and poetry has helped me overcome and connect with the world. So, with that being said, I'm going to read my poem called Suicide. Suicide, a childhood friend. When I look back on my youth, I see her in all the pictures. The smile that never meets my eyes. Too much pain on my childlike face. She was at the forefront of my life and is the foundation of my love, built upon trying to be enough. For her, there were no limits to her reach. She was there during visiting hours, taunting me while you try to drown out the sounds of suffering, sipping cups of your leftover juice. Presents from the hospital gift shop went great along with the extra pair of grip socks. Keeping asylum art projects like pieces to a puzzle that I can never solve because there's a piece missing. Can't look past the feeling, unhealthy, unsafe. Can't stop seeing her souvenirs, knives drawn to her throat, bottles of pills swallowed, lying on the living room floor, overhearing the start of search parties. How can I unsee cops slamming your body, what I witnessed selfishly? Prayed countless hours for cures, a child losing sanctity. Not even electric shocks could take her from me. So I've been forced to grow into her company, paid professionally to speak on it fondly. Because now, no matter how heavy, I hold her in my heart, this legacy. Has it been predestined by irony? A girl whose whole life has been ran by running away from it. Generations of my family, we've been tainted and taken. She's a plague, a hex, a curse, and yet she's the only childhood friend I have who wants to reconnect. Thank you, guys. So that brings us, unless there's another open mic participant that wants to join, that is the end of our night together. I want to thank you all again so much for coming. This was recorded for the live Poetic, so if you want to look back on it, it's on our YouTube page. And yeah, I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thanks, everyone. Wonderful. I know Jess's name. I know Jasmine from other environments. So people